One late afternoon, the hallway was quiet. Most students had already gone home. Taehyung walking alone, his bag hanging from his shoulders. He had just passed the music room when Roof had suddenly grabbed his arms. Taehyung, what? Let go of me. Before he could react, he was dragged into a small, dark, empty room. Taehyung, who are you? Let me go. A familiar voice came. What? Already forget about me, baby? I'm hurt. Taehyung eyes widened. He recognized that voice immediately. Oh, Sangmin. Sangmin, that's right. I'm here to take you back. Taehyung, no, we are over. Stop following me. Sangmin stepped in closer and Taehyung back away until his back hit the wall. Taehyung, stay away from me. Sangmin leaned closer, his breath running against Taehyung's ear. Sangmin, why should I? No one's here. It's just you and me. Taehyung hand trembled, his mind raced with panic, but he tried to keep his voice firm. Taehyung, if you don't let me go, I'll scream. Sangmin only laughed darkly. Sangmin, go ahead. No one will hear you here. His hand moved on towards Taehyung's. Taehyung's breathing grew uneven, fear mixed with anger. And then, without thinking twice, Taehyung raised his leg and Sangmin. Taehyung raising his leg and Sangmin hard in Sangmin. He stumbled back in pain. Taehyung used that to run towards the door. But Sangmin recovered quickly and limped after him, grabbed his again. Jungmin, not so fast, stubborn dog. Let's go. Help! Someone help me! Before he could finish, Sangmin covered his with his hand. His heart pounded wildly as Sangmin's grew. Taehyung tried to push him away, struggling with all his strength, but Sangmin was far strong. Fear washed over him, and tears welled in his eyes. Taehyung thinking, someone please help me. Sangmin's face was twisted with obsession as he forced Taehyung against the wall. Sangmin, don't fight me, Tae. We belong together. Taehyung shook his head frantically, but Sangmin ignored him, holding him tighter. His breath grew uneven, his body weak from struggling. He felt helpless. Jungkook, hey, get away from him. In an instant, Jungkook stormed in and tackled Sangmin to floor. Jungkook, how dare you to him? You think you can hurt him? Each word came with another, eyes burning with anger, his entire body trembling with fury. Jungkook, he is Taehyung. Do you understand? Sangmin grew in, but Jungkook didn't stop. He grabbed Sangmin by the collar, ready to strike again. Taehyung quickly, stop, please. Frozen at the sound of Taehyung's voice, his eyes softened, thought his breath was still heavy from rage. He released Sangmin, letting him to the floor, rushed to the side, worry flooding his face. Did he hurt you? Are you hurt anywhere? The head trembled as he tried to hold himself together. I'm fine. I think I was just scared. Quickly took off his hoodie and gently wrapped it around his shoulders. Here, you are safe now. Clutching the hoodie tightly, his tears still falling. His voice were barely above a whisper. What if you didn't come? Urged to those words. Without thinking, he pulled Tahang into a firm, protective hug. I'll always come for you, Thay, always. For the first time in a month, Tahang didn't push him away. He felt Jungkook's heartbeat against his own, steady and strong. Despite everything in Jungkook's arms, he felt safe. Jungkook, let's go. I'll take you home, okay? Tahang, okay. As they walk out of the dark room, Jungkook's arms stiff firm around Tahang's shoulders, as if he was afraid to let go. And Tahang, for the first time in a long while, didn't mind. Time escaped. The sound of the soft room pretended against the window filled the quiet room. Tahang lay comfortably on his bed, still exhausted from everything that had happened earlier. Jungkook sat in a chair beside him, leaning forward slightly, his eyes filled with worry. Jungkook, are you feeling any better now? Tahang, yeah. Thank you. He closed his eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath. I don't even want to think about what could have happened if you didn't come when you did. Jungkook gaze softened even more. Jungkook, I'm sorry you have to go through that. But I'm glad I was there. Glad I could protect you from him. Tahang softly, thank you, Cookie. The room grew quiet for a moment. Tahang's mind wandered back to what Jungkook had said earlier when he was fighting Somin. He is mine. Tahang's is mine. It made his heart beat faster, but also confused him. Then thinking he didn't really mean that, right? No way, he doesn't like me like that. I mean, he probably still hate me, right? Jungkook tightened. Jungkook, that idiot. You don't have to pity me, Jungkook. But as Taehyung voice cracked, old memories come folding back. The fear, the pain, the helplessness. His eyes grew red. Jungkook, hey, you don't have to talk about it. If it's too hard, just rest, okay? I head home now. Jungkook started to turn away, but stopped when he felt a gentle hand wrapped around his waist. Jungkook, Tae. Taehyung hesitated, then spoke softly. Taehyung, oh, do you still need anything? I mean, I want to thank you. You can stay here tonight. It's late and it's the rain heavy outside. Jungkook glanced at the window, watching the rain pour down his face in the back of his neck. Suddenly sighed. Jungkook, alright, but I just sleep on the couch. Taehyung chuckled quietly at his awkwardness. Jungkook switched off the main light, leaving only the warm glow of a small lamp in the corner. The room felt calm, almost comforting. He lay down on the couch, but his long leg barely fit. He shifted a few times, trying to get comfortable, but the small couch wasn't made for someone his height. from his bed. Then watched him, his sleep curling into a faint smile, then thinking he could go home, but he stayed. The rain continued to fall, a gentle in the backyard. Then couldn't sleep. His mind kept drifted back to the moment Jungkook approached in that dark room, to the way he held his afterward, to the warmth of his embrace. Finally, he whispered into the quiet room, then Jungkook, are you asleep? Jungkook half sleep voice. Oh, no way. No, what? Then thank you for everything today. Jungkook smiled faintly in the dim light. Jungkook, you don't have to thank me, Tae. I always be here for you. For some reason, those words made Taehyung's heart ache, but in the soft, dead, sweetest way. It was already late at night, maybe even midnight. The sound of the rain outside was strong, and the loud thunder kept shaking the ears. Taehyung lay in his bed, his eyes closed, but nowhere asleep. His blanket was wrapped tightly around him, but it wasn't helping. The thunder rumbled again, and he flinched. Then thoughts, why is it raining so hard? I can't sleep like that. Jungkook wasn't moving, and Taehyung thought maybe he was already asleep. But Taehyung's chest felt heavy. He was scared ever since he was a child. Whenever there was thunder, his mother would cuddle him until he fell asleep. But tonight, she wasn't here. Taehyung thought, should I wake him up? No, that would be embarrassing. But I really want someone hug me right now. He rolled his to the side. The rain hit the window harder. The thunder blew again, and his heart jumped. After fighting with himself for a while, he finally decided. Hey, Jungkook. His voice was soft but loud enough to be heard over the rain. To his surprise, Jungkook immediately turned to look at him. So he wasn't asleep either. Jungkook, Tae, are you still awake? Tae, yeah. Can you can't sleep too? Jungkook, not really. The rain too loud. But why didn't you call me? Is something wrong? Tae hesitated. His finger clutched his blanket. Tae thought, oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh, should I really say it? Jungkook, Tae, are you okay? Jungkook sat up a little concerned to his face. Tae, I'm scared. Jungkook is scared? For what? Jungkook, Tae, sorry, the thunder. It's so loud, and I want. It's so loud. When I was a kid, my mom always cuddled me whenever I was scared of a storm. But she's not here now. Jungkook, in a small smile. Jungkook, oh, do you want cuddle? Tae, yes. Taehyung eyes widened at his own voice. Maybe, yes. Uh, I just, it's warm when someone hug you, right? Jungkook chuckled again quietly, finding his expression adorable. Without saying another word, Jungkook got off the couch and walked towards the bed. Taehyung's heart raced. The bed deeper under Jungkook's weight, and before Taehyung could react, a strong arm wrapped around him. Taehyung, Jungkook, you are hugging me. Jungkook, you said you were scared, right? Then I'll stay here until you fall asleep. Taehyung frozen in his arms, his cheeks pressed against Jungkook's chest. He could hear the steady beats of Jungkook's heart. The scent of strawberries lingered around him, calming him down little by little. Taehyung thoughts. Why does this feel so safe? Jungkook, is this better? Then, yes, a lot better. They stay like that for a while, the sound of the storm fading into the background. Then breathing grows slower, his body relaxing completely. Just he was drifted into sleep. He heard Jungkook's voice, soft almost like a whisper, as if he thought Taehyung was already asleep. Jungkook, I wish I could hold you like this every night. Taehyung lip curled into a faint smile. He didn't open his eyes or say anything, but inside his heart felt warm in a way he couldn't explain. That night, the thunder didn't scare him anymore, not when Jungkook's arms were around him. Jungkook slowly opened his eyes and turned his head. Beside him, Taehyung was lying peacefully, his soft hair falling over his closed eyes. The moonlight coming through the window, touching his face gently, making him looking even more beautiful. Jungkook softly in his heart, you look like an angel, my angel. He reached out his hand and carefully brushed a few strands of hair away from Taehyung's forehead. His finger lingered there, as if he was afraid the moment would disappear. Jungkook, I didn't know you have been through so much and suffer alone. Yet I hurt you. I said things I should never have said, words that broke your heart. His voice trembled slightly. He let his thumb gently cross Taehyung's cheeks, feeling how warm and soft his skin was. Jungkook whispering with a small smile, so soft like fresh. He let out a quiet sigh and kept looking at Taehyung. Jungkook, I always knew you were different, Taehyung. Special, but I was a fool. I let you slip away from me. Please, just talk to me like before, even if you tease me or annoy me. I promise I will never complain again. Jungkook's heart felt heavy as he stared at the person who meant so much to him. Jungkook quietly, almost to himself, I wonder, do you still have feeling for me? You remember when I told you before that I would never like you? Those were all lies, hey? The truth is, I am falling for you every single day. I am falling more and more. He let out a small laugh, but it was just filled with sadness. Jungkook, if I had the courage to tell you all this when you were awake. But I am not brave enough. Jungkook had moved from Taehyung's chest to his hair, gently running his finger through the soft strands. Jungkook, I just wish, I just wish one day you will forgive me. I hope I got the chance to stand in front of you, look into your eyes, and tell you everything. And when that day comes, I will protect you no matter what. I promise. He leaned forward slowly and pressed her to Taehyung's forehead. Jungkook whispering, "Good night, Mae." Jungkook finally closed his eyes, still holding Taehyung close. Little did he know Taehyung had been awake all alone, his heart beating faster with every word Jungkook said. Few weeks later, a few weeks had passed since that incident. After that day, Taehyung had started talking more to Jungkook. It wasn't a lot at first, but slowly he became more open, and that small change made Jungkook happier than word could explain. At least now they were friends. As for Jungkook, once his friend, he was no longer a problem. Jungkook had handled everything quietly, reporting him to the police, sung him, and revolving his and abuse. It turned out the man had hurt many people before, and finally justice was served. Today, Taehyung and Jungkook were at the school basketball court, holding mops and broom. They were cleaning as punishment for skipping their afternoon class. Taehyung glaring at Jungkook. "Look at what we got ourselves into, Jungkook." Jungkook pouting softly. "If you just didn't convince me to go play in that." Taehyung, I know, I'm sorry, Cookie, but you enjoyed it in the end, didn't you? Jungkook pouted more, eyes soft. "Still, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you." Taehyung shook his head in disbelief. "Try not to smile." Taehyung rolled his eyes. "Stop pouting like that, you big Dumbo. It won't work on me at all." But deep inside, he found himself extremely cute when he did that. Taehyung signing, sweeping the floor with a grumpy face. "This is your fault. I hate punishment." Ugh. He sat like a child and scrawled his friend, which made Jungkook's lip curl into a small smile. Jungkook, "Oh, alright. Stop scolding me, Nathe. I'll buy you ice cream later." Taehyung instantly looking up, eyes wide. "Oh, really?" Jungkook, "Yes, ready. I know which flavor you all want." Taehyung felt warm spread in his chest. Whenever he was in a bad mood, Jungkook always knew how to make him smile again. Over the past week, Jungkook had learned so much about him, his favorite food, the movie he loved, the place that made him happy, even the small little things that made him laugh. Somewhere along the way, Jungkook realized he was falling for Taehyung even more deeply. But just when Jungkook was feeling happy at the thought, Taehyung's expression changed. His face turned serious, almost stubborn. Taehyung, seriously, you think I am that easy? Turned back to swiping. Jungkook bottom voice soft. Tae, come on, don't be like that. Taehyung didn't reply. He just kept working, forming a small pot of his own. The truth was, he regretted refusing Jungkook ice cream offer. But if they left the court before finishing their punishment would be even worse. Jungkook glanced at him, wanting to say something, but hold back. Jungkook softly, Hey, I'm glad we are here together, even if it's a Taehyung paused, glanced at him. What? Jungkook smiled faintly because it means I got more time with you. Taehyung felt his cheeks warm. The sound of the boom burning against the court floor filled the quiet air between them. Later that day, the sound of a happy hum filled the little desert cafe. Taehyung with sparkling eyes. This is so good. I will never get tired of this, my sweet strawberry cake. He took another bite of the fluffy cake, letting out a satisfied sound as he saw the sweetness. Taehyung, thank you so much, Cookie. Jungkook sat across from his chin resting on his hand, watching every expression on Taehyung's face. He had brought Taehyung here, his favorite place, because he knew exactly what would make him smile again. Jungkook softly, anything for you? Jungkook, I thought you said you wouldn't talk to me anymore. A smile escaped him, Taehyung looking up with a playful grin. That was a joke. Do you want me to take my word back? Jungkook, you better not. I've already made it up to you, so stop acting mad, Dumbo. Taehyung rolled his eyes. Thanks. I'm just you because of this cake. Jungkook, then I'll be buy your cake every day. He leaned forward, smiled warmly. Taehyung, you are ridiculous, Cookie. But his lip curled into a small smile before he quickly looked back at his plate. Jungkook, just eat. I'll just sit here and watch you. Taehyung pretended not to care, but inside his heart was beating faster. He had got used to Jungkook's habit of watching him, admiring him, especially when he was eating. No matter how much he tried, he couldn't stop the faint blush at warmer his cheeks. A month later, it was another quiet evening. The sky outside was painting in soft shades of orange and pink. Taehyung sat on the couch scrolling through his phone when Jungkook came in holding something behind his back. Jungkook, close your eye there. Taehyung raising an eyebrow. Why? Jungkook, just trust me. Do it. Taehyung sighed but obeyed, closing his eyes. A moment later, he felt something soft placed into his hand. He opened his eyes slowly and saw a small box with a ribbon on it. Inside was a of strawberry shortcake. Taehyung smiled softly. You remembered? Jungkook, of course, I did. How could I forget something that make you smell like that? A month later, the seaside was quiet, only the gentle sound of the waves falling the night air. Taehyung and Jungkook walked side by side, their footsteps shaking slightly into the cold sands above them. The moon shone brightly, surrounded by tiny stars, twinkled like they were keeping the two company. The wind carried the salty scent of the ocean, brushing softly against their skin. It was cold but not uncomfortable. It felt refreshing, almost healing. For the for a whole hour they had been walking silently, but it wasn't awkward. It was just the kind of silence where hearts were at peace, where no words were needed. Jungkook was suddenly broken the quiet. Jungkook, ah, Taehyung, Taehyung humming softly, still on the way. Jungkook, what are we? Taehyung turned to look at him. He slightly. Taehyung, we are human, obviously. He chuckled softly, thinking Jungkook was joking. Jungkook smiled faintly, but shaking his head. No, I mean us, you and me. What are we to each other? Taehyung raising a eyebrow. What's with you, Dumbo? Are not we friends? Best friend even? Jungkook slow his step. His expression turned serious. Jungkook, I I still can't shake the guilt from that day. The day I said those. His voice was quiet, almost trembling, as he stared at the sand at his feet. The mention of that painful day made Taehyung's chest tighten for a moment. He remembered how much those words hurt, but that was in the past now, and he had moved forward. Jungkook, Tae, did you forgive me? They both stopped walking, facing each other under the moonlight. Jungkook's eyes hold so many questions: guilt, regret, hope, and hint of fear. It was like he was bracing himself for an answer. Taehyung took a deep breath before speaking. Taehyung, do you think I'll still be walking here with you if I didn't forgive you? Jungkook eyes wondering, you what? Taehyung's soft smile. I forgave you a long time ago, Cookie. Jungkook, are you serious? This isn't a joke, right? Taehyung pretending to think. Maybe it is a joke. When Taehyung let out a small laugh, Jungkook shocked expression only deepened. Then, without a single second of hesitation, Jungkook stepped forward and wrapped his arms around tightly Taehyung. The sudden hug caught Taehyung off guard, but after a moment he smiled and hugged back. He patted Jungkook back gently. Tae, I didn't know why you suddenly brought this up tonight, but I'm glad you did. Jungkook didn't say anything, he just held on tighter as if letting go would mean losing something important. Taehyung, you know, it's not good to keep hatred in your hearts. Yes, I was hurt, Jungkook, but that doesn't mean I wanted to hate you forever. Everyone make mistake. If someone truly regret it, they deserve forgiveness. Jungkook voice trembled in a whisper. I don't deserve your forgiveness, and yet you gave it to me. I'm so glad, Taehyung. Jungkook POV. Jungkook was trembled as he whispered, Jungkook, I didn't even deserve your forgiveness, yet you still gave it to me. I'm so grateful. They stay in each other's arms, the night air buffeted around them like a blanket. The sound of the wave was soft in the background, but then Taehyung felt something unusual. His shirt was damp. Taehyung blinked in surprise. Was Jungkook crying? And then he heard it, the quiet, broken sob coming from the younger man. Taehyung, Jungkook, are you crying? He tried to lean back to see his face, but Jungkook only tightened his embarrassed, refusing to let go. Jungkook, I'm sorry, his voice almost swollen by the sound of his sob. I'm so sorry. That time I never mean to hurt you. I just his words trembled, caught between his and tears. The heart edged at the side. He had never seen Jungkook so valuable. The Jungkook, I know. I'm really know. He sang softly, his voice calm and warm. The your grandmother passed away that day. Jungkook frozen in place. Taehyung and your family, they lost a lot in the company. Your parents got their frustration onto you. Jungkook finally pulled away from the hug, looking at Taehyung with wide eyes. Taehyung gave a small, sad smile. Taehyung reached up and gently wiped the tears from his face. Taehyung smiled softly. Such a crybaby, are not you, Cookie? Jungkook pouted and quickly looking away, embarrassed his ears were red. Jungkook, don't say that. Taehyung, hey, don't feel bad. I told you I already forgive you. Jungkook, but still, Taehyung interpreting with a playful grin. Shh, stop overthinking or else you. Jungkook eyes widened in shock. Jungkook, yeah, when did you become so the? His voice cracked, half flustered and half surprised. Taehyung leaning a little closer with a teasing smirk. Taehyung, maybe I've always been like this. You just didn't notice. Jungkook, I didn't believe you. Taehyung, really? Well, I heard you that night. Jungkook blinked rapidly. Jungkook, what night? Taehyung raising an eyebrow playfully. The night you cuddled me when you thought I was asleep. Taehyung, I heard you that night. Jungkook confused. What night? Taehyung smirking teasingly. The night you were cuddling me. Jungkook eyes widened. Taehyung thought they might pop out. The younger gulped his throat, suddenly dry. He looked anywhere but at Taehyung, the ground, the wave, the sky, clearly panicking. Taehyung could almost hear Jungkook thoughts running wild. So he knew all alone that like him, and he never said anything. Jungkook, you see, he was struggling to form words, making Taehyung chuckle softly. The truth was, Taehyung's feeling for Jungkook had never faded. If anything, had grown stronger with every moment they spent together. And now, seeing Jungkook flutter like this, Taehyung couldn't resist teasing him a little more. Then pretending to sincerely, I'm sorry, but I didn't like you anymore, Jungkook. His expression, he expected Jungkook to look heartbroken or disappointed, but instead the younger reaction caught him completely off guard. Jungkook stepping forward suddenly, do you think I care there? Before Taehyung could even react, Jungkook had where Jungkook, Cookie, what are you? He placed his hands slightly on Jungkook, tried to keep a bit of distance, but the closeness made his heart race uncontrollably. Jungkook noticed the faint blush on Taehyung's cheeks and couldn't stop the small smoke that tingled at his lips. Jungkook, where the boy there who was teaching me earlier, Where is it? His deep, husky voice sent shiver down Taehyung's spine. Taehyung stubborn. Jungkook, you what, honey? The word honey made Taehyung's stomach flutter with butterfly. His blush deepened. Taehyung looked down, together in nervous silence, but Jungkook tightened his chin up gently, forcing him to meet those warm, dark eyes that seemed to hold entire inside them. Jungkook, if you don't like me, then I'll just make you fall for me again. Slowly, Jungkook leaned in, his face coming closer and closer until Taehyung instantly closed his eyes, heart wondering. He waited for a gentle touch of Jungkook, but nothing happened. Taehyung's eyes slowly opened, and there was Jungkook before into laughter. Taehyung, yeah, Jungkookie. He pushed him away, his cheeks red with both embarrassment and irritation. Jungkook laughing uncontrollably. You should have seen your face. Taehyung potting, stop, it's not funny. Jungkook was still laughing, but as he looked at Taehyung's expression under the moonlight, his laugh softened into a fond smile. Jungkook, what's on your mind, huh? What do you think I will do? He leaned closer with a playful grin. Jungkook, you are such a little dreamer. Taehyung, whatever. Taehyung rolled his eyes, pretending to be annoyed, but his ears were turned red. Jungkook kept laughing, holding his stomach like it was the funniest thing in the world. Taehyung gave him a done look, turned around and started walking away without saying anything. Jungkook, hey Taehyung. Jungkook ran after him. Jungkook, how can you just leave me here, my darling? Taehyung, don't call me that. He didn't turn around, but his lips curved into a small smile. Jungkook, baby, don't be mad at your cookie. His voice was playful, filled with those sweet, cheesy nicknames that made Taehyung's heart. Taehyung pretended to Taehyung, your nicknames are so cheesy. Jungkook, and you love me them. He went, making Taehyung blush even more. Taehyung kept walking, ignoring him on purpose, but then Jungkook suddenly stopped and shouted something that made Taehyung frozen in his tracks. Jungkook, Cam Taehyung, you, I love you, let's date. He, the one carried Jungkook's voice across the quiet. Taehyung's heart escaped a beat. His face turned cream red, and he slightly thanked the heavens there were no people around to hear that, only them and the sound of the wave. Jungkook slowly walked towards until they were standing face to face. His eyes were soft, no more teasing. He gently held both of Taehyung's hands, his thumb brushing over them. Taehyung, Jungkook, give me a chance. Be my boyfriend. Let's date. His voice was low but filled with sincerity. Taehyung opened his mouth, but Jungkook spoke again before he could answer. Jungkook, you don't have to answer me right away. I can wait for you, even if it takes a lifetime or another life after this. I am willing and I will always wait for you, Taehyung. The confession made Taehyung's heartbeat go wild. He could see the tiny of hope in Jungkook's eyes. Taehyung, Jungkook, Jungkook, yeah, you can take your time, Taehyung. I will respect your decision, no matter what. But you can give me a chance. His voice almost trembled, like he was afraid of the answer. Taehyung, Jungkook, no. The word hit Jungkook like a wave, heard against his shoulders drop. Jungkook, I respect that. I'm sorry. His voice cracked slightly, and Taehyung could clearly hear the pain in it. But Taehyung suddenly stepped closer. Taehyung, I don't want to be friends with you either, because Jungkook. He looked into Jungkook's eyes. His lips curled into a small smile. Taehyung, you don't have to ask me out, because I will be your boyfriend from now on. Jungkook has worded in disbelief. Are you serious, Taehyung? You almost broken my heart just now. He looked into he was about to cry again, but this time from happiness. Taehyung, that was just revenge for teasing me earlier. He laughed, looking proud of himself. Jungkook chuckled and shook his head, still holding into Taehyung's hand. Jungkook, you are unbelievable, but I love you so much. Taehyung titled his head. Taehyung, do you really? Jungkook, more than the way the he squeezed Jungkook's hand gently. Jungkook, you really want me to you, huh? But Taehyung, won't you until you are ready. I won't touch you without your permission, okay? Taehyung stood beside Jungkook, eyes fixed on the moon. For a while, neither spoke. They didn't need to. The silence felt Like a gentle the soul, Taehyung turned his head slightly and caught Jungkook's eyes, his lips into a small, genuine smile. The wind brushed against them, but Jungkook, embarrassed, kept Taehyung safe. After a few moments, Taehyung lifted his head, his voice trembling softly. Taehyung, I love you, Jungkook. Jungkook's eyes widened just a little before they softened, and a smile grew slowly across his face. His heart was racing, but in the most beautiful way. Taehyung, thank you for my angel, love you more than you could ever imagine. Taehyung felt his chest tighten with happiness as Jungkook was. The way he spoke, soft, steady, full of sincerity, left no room for doubts. They stayed like that for a long time, holding each other, letting the ocean and moonlight witness their promise. Jungkook lowered his head, his voice barely above a whisper. I will be with you for the rest of my life, Dumbo. So please stay with me. Taehyung giggled softly at the nickname, his eyes shining. Even if I leave, I know you will find me, so I'm not going anywhere. Jungkook, good, because you are embarrassed in my home. Then smile wider, his hand tightened around him, and your heart is mine. The night carried their word away like a secret promise, but both of them know this was a memory they would keep forever, the kind of moment that in the heart, no matter how much time passed with the moon watching over them. Taehyung leaned into Jungkook's chest again, and Jungkook the top of his head. They were the place, their comfort, their home.